Hey team, what's up guys? Jefferson Santos here, International Marketing Director, $1 Million Ring earner. And what you're about to watch and hear right now is one of the best global leadership calls we've ever had, literally in the history of WorldVentures. We got Matt Morris, we got Sujay from South Africa, Sachin from South Africa, as well as Dennis Bay hosting the call, guys. Amazing, amazing. So it's over an hour long. Get your notepad, get ready. This is like a mini event online here, guys, all right? So stay tuned, here we go.
All right, everyone. Welcome to our Global Leadership Team call. This is Dennis Bay, all the way from Singapore. All of you who can hear my voice, just type in the chat group. There's a chat button somewhere on your screens. Just type in the chat groups that you can hear my voice loud and clear. Everyone, I need your reply so that I know that you can hear my voice loud and clear. And if the speakers, we have Matt Morris in the house, Sachin Govinder in the house, Sujay Devraj in the house. We also have James Lee, Jefferson Santos, Danny Andrian. All right, they've all signed in as panelists. So they are all on this call as well. All right, great. Everybody's replying that they can hear me loud and clear. All right, speakers, I'm gonna, can you unmute yourselves and say hi to everyone, please? And we welcome James, Jefferson to unmute themselves and say hi to everyone. And
hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, everybody. What's up? Love you guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? I can hear you guys clearly.
Hi, it's Sujay here. How's it, guys?
Sujay. Okay, cool. All right. So everyone's here. Everyone's ready. Speakers, if you don't mind, turning on your cameras as well so that everyone can see you, unless you're wearing your pajamas or underwear, okay? Okay, but I think we're ready to get on with the call tonight. Okay, so just to give you guys an update, we have already hit full house, over 500 seats in the house. 500 seats have all been taken up. We are full house, okay? So those of you who are still trying to get in, too bad, you can't get in right now. You probably have to watch the recording right after this, okay? So later on, after this call, I'll be putting out the recording on Facebook, on social media, WhatsApp, and all of you will be able to send out the recording to everyone, okay? So just to check in again, do we have Sachin Govinder, the youngest world IMD in the world, in the call now? Sachin, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you, bro, clearly.
All right, fantastic, everybody. We got Sachin in the call right now. And do we have the Africa's first double IMD, new $1 Million Ring earner, Sujay Devraj in the house? Sujay, are you there?
Yes, I'm present.
All right, fantastic. And do we have our multi-millionaire mentor, the unemployed millionaire, best-selling author, appeared on CNBC, ABC, NBC, blah, 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 and all that? Okay, all right, do we have Matt Morris in the house?
I am here, brother.
All right. Okay, cool. Okay, so everyone, we have a stellar lineup tonight, and let's just rock this call right now. Okay, I'm going to be your host. I'm Dennis Bay, Asia's first $1 Million Ring earner and double IMD. We have James Lee and Jefferson, $1 Million Ring earners in the call as well. Okay, you guys, James, are you there? Jefferson, are you there? Just say hi to everyone. But,
yeah, hey, I'm here, guys. I'm in the car, but okay. Yeah, what's up? Hey, everybody, okay. Love you guys. This is awesome. I'm excited.
Okay, so tonight, the theme is the African growth story. Okay, so I'm very pleased to have invited Sachin and Sujay, as well as Matt, to tell us a little bit about how they have grown the African market and grown their business around the world with WorldVentures. And they are both super successful in this business, okay, Sachin and Sujay. And of course, it all happened because of Matt Morris, okay, because Matt is the pioneer to bring this business to Africa and around the world. All right, so guys, I'm gonna invite you guys to just spend a few minutes introducing yourself and your quick story, just to let everybody know your background. So can we start with Sachin, please? Sachin, are you there?
Hey guys, hope everyone is blessed. Thank you for your time, really appreciate it. So yeah, I got involved with WorldVentures about ± 6 years ago. I was very young. I was about 18 years old. You know, I had no qualifications, no business experience, no network marketing skills. This is my first company I've ever done. No sales experience. So, you know, never ever worked a job in my life. And when I got started up with WorldVentures, the very first day that I got started up with WorldVentures, I was already mentally programmed before I even joined WorldVentures. So I worked a lot on me. I worked a lot on my mindset. I worked a lot of, on being a visionary and a pioneer. And, just having that mindset of, delayed gratification versus instant gratification. And in a very short period of time of 6 years, managed to go IMD on my very first position, NMD on my second position. And life is amazing. Still working as we speak right now. I just did 10 one-on-ones for the day. I've got 2 home events tonight. And back-to-back calls. So it doesn't stop. It never stops. In the beginning phases, it was all about the finances, and eventually it transitions into the passion about helping enough people get what they want out of WorldVentures. So Dennis, I hope that just sums up a brief introduction about myself.
All right, Sachin, I think you left out the best part. I believe you became IMD, the world's youngest IMD. At what age again?
I was 21 years old when I hit IMD.
Oh my God, guys, he was 21 years old when he hit IMD. So how old are you now, Sachin?
23.
23, okay. So which one of your many sports cars are you in right now?
We're in the Aston Martin right now.
Oh, guys, he's in the Aston Martin, okay. So Sachin is only 23 years old and he is IMD, I believe he's going on double and maybe even triple IMD very, very soon, right? So he's
definitely
a machine.
haven't stopped. So
yes. So guys, if anyone out there, do we have any people who are in their 20s? That means you are between 20 to 29 years old, or even 18 years old out on the call tonight. Just say hi on the chat group so Sachin can see you and see how many millennials we have in the group tonight, in the call tonight. Wow, look at that, Sachin, look at the chat group. Okay, there's many people who are in
crazy.
their 20s. All right, cool. Okay, so next up, I want to invite Sujay. Sujay is the first double IMD and the $1 million ring earner from Africa. So Sujay, can we hear from you quickly?
Hey Dennis, everyone in the world, super excited to be on the call. Really excited today. I finally found out that I am officially a $1 million ring earner. Already excited to roll my goal from the beginning, but just for those who don't know me, my name is Sujay. I'm from Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm a 20-year veteran in network marketing. I'm a master at network marketing. I was the #1 incomer on 3 separate network marketing companies on the African continent. I also have a master's degree in business administration. I've been in the corporate world for 12 years as a corporate executive. I've owned many businesses, multiple businesses in the past. So I own clothing factories to blockbuster franchises. So I'm very well-rounded from traditional business to unconventional business like network marketing, which is WorldVentures. I love WorldVentures and network marketing because it gives me the true time freedom and financial freedom that I was looking for. And I've achieved all of my goals, of my dreams over the last 20 years. And my last one was $1 million ring, which I achieved today. So I'm really super excited to be Africa's first IMD, first double IMD, first $1 million ring earner. And I'm the pioneer. I'm the person who brought WorldVentures into the African continent. It was very difficult and challenging when I did that. When I first was flown over by Matt Morris to have a look at this concept in Burbank, California, April 2009, I was in an audience of 1,500 people in an acceleration training event. And that's really awesome when you have surrounded by people who are excited going to want to go. But when I came back to Africa, I was all by myself. I was the only one who saw what I saw. And my team that I brought into WorldVentures, within 3 months, 19 the business. Of the 10% that remained, I was earning 10% of my income, a family, a wife and 2 kids that I have, and I was earning $700 US a month within 3 months of starting WorldVentures. So it was very traumatic for me. And the worst part was I had received absolutely no support whatsoever. In fact, of every leader in this entire company of WorldVentures, I was the hardest hit because I was the furthest from everybody. I received no phone calls, inspiration, texts, motivation, emails. In fact, within 3 months, we shut down South Africa because it wasn't performing. And I was thinking about the whole African continent. I had a vision when I first saw WorldVentures to free Africa from debt and to give people an opportunity to have a dream life that they would never ever have an opportunity to have. And I've been in network marketing for 20 years. I've seen what's available in the world, and WorldVentures was the best concept I ever came across. So having no money, financially stressed, mentally stressed, I was totally demoralized and demotivated. Just to give you an idea how bad it was, there was no dream trips on the African continent. There was no meetings on the African continent. When I presented to someone, they asked me where was the corporate office. I said in the USA. They asked me where was the dream trips. I said USA. They asked me who's making money. I said people in the USA. I said, well, they said when it comes to Africa, then contact me. So I was losing completely. I was totally challenged in all senses of the word. And I must say, it was my faith in God that kept me going, because I kept praying to God, are you sure I must do this? Because if I was presenting to myself, even I wouldn't even enjoy it, because I was selling basically fresh air. I had no evidence whatsoever to prove that this would work. And I was in a situation, in a really bad spot in my life, because, you know, days are dark, friends are few. And I was completely bankrupt, financially ruined. I was ducking from the creditors. My house was about to be repossessed. And that's when temptation came knocking my door. Job offers because of an MBA degree. People were saying, you know what, don't come for interview. We'll give you the job. It's a 100 package. So I had to choose between the easy way out, the cause, and go through the storm that I was in, and have faith in pull me out. If I just keep on planting seeds and keep working the business, the Lord sowing and it will eventually work for me. And I kept on thinking about the people of Africa. If I quit and I gave up under those situations, but just understand, challenges will always come in your life. What type of challenge it is, and the challenges always change, but it will always be a challenge, something that you don't like. Nobody ever gets rich or financially free the easy way. You have to stay the course. And 90% of my team quit. I said my attitude was, those were not the people that I was looking for. Let me start again. In fact, my team broke down 3 times. I've rebuilt this business 3 times. There's only 5 people that's left from my original team. And when I started this business by myself, my entire team stood back to look at what I would do, because they all thought that I would quit and give up and go do something else. But I decided and chose not to. I was going to stay the course. I was going to get to the top. I was going to show the people of Africa that you can have a dream life. All you have to do is stay the course and work hard. I'm really blessed today to have amazing leadership, to have an amazing team, and inspiring thousands and hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. And I'm really excited to be on this call and share my story with everyone.
All right. Thank you, Sujay. Okay, I didn't want to interrupt you there. Okay, but you know, that was a great story of how the Africa team started, and you know, the pioneering hardships that you had to go through, and how you leaders led and continue to lead the way forward even today. All right, so I want to bring it back to Matt Morris, okay, because Matt is the real, the first person to get it all kicked off in Africa and the international market, including Asia and Europe for WorldVentures. So Matt, if you're there, could you just tell us all the way from the beginning of time for this company, you know, what happened back then and why is it so different from where we are today, you know, the hardships that we had to go through versus the—
Yeah, I would love to. Listen, I definitely cannot take credit for any of the growth in Africa or really any of the continents that we're in. You know, I just was fortunate enough to have worked with Sujay, and you know, I've been friends with him in the past, and so you know, had him come to an acceleration to kind of what we're doing, and he caught the dream. You know, we were sitting in a restaurant together after he had seen everything that's going on with WorldVentures, and I remember the conversation like it was yesterday. We were sitting there at the table with, it was just me, Sujay, and Cassandra. And, you know, he said, if I lose everything and have to rebuild again, I'll build again. And that's exactly what he did. You know, in a market where, you know, like in Asia, when it kicked off there were no dream trips. You guys basically had no dream trips. It was the same thing in South Africa. And, you know, he just plowed through. The one thing I'll say about Sujay and Cassandra is they're 2 of the hardest working people in the world. And it's no surprise that they ended up attracting so many other amazingly hard workers. And, you know, you see Sachin coming in. Sachin is, you know, they do the Neo character. Mark does at The View. if you've been to the View and seen Neo from the Matrix, you know, Sachin is the one, you know, came in at 18 years old, where most people are still trying to figure out who the hell they are. You know, he comes in and by 21 years old, hits the top rank in the company. And so, you know, I'm just excited about all the growth that's been happening there. Mrs. Sujay, to have achieved the $1 million ring in South Africa. You know, there were so many people who would, you know, I remember in the beginning, and people were saying, oh, it's, you know, $365, no one will join. The average income in South Africa is $400 per month. And, you know, Sujay, he just decided not to accept any excuses. You can have excuses or success, but you can't have both. And so he just plowed forward. And so, you know, it's just a testament to, you know, his leadership and Cassandra's leadership as well. I mean, Sujay obviously is the driver, but make no mistake about it, his amazing wife is equally powerful. And so they make a hell of a team. Their daughters, you know, I know have been a big part of the success. I've seen them, you know, traveling around with them, setting up the meeting space and all that. And it's just inspiring to see how they've built it as a family. And then I see, you know, Sasha and his dad, Preggy, you know, building it as a family. And that's what I love about this business. I'm excited about my daughters and my son turning 18 years old and having them join WorldVentures and, you know, having us be able to build this as a family. But I just want to say congratulations, Sujay, for getting the $1 million ring. Man, I know you worked for it. I know things were amazingly tough. Just like in Asia, you know, if you hear the story, I remember coming to Singapore, and Dennis and James, I mean, they were hanging on by a thread. It was like they were hanging on by a rope, and man, how did they stick it out? They tied a knot at the bottom and they just hung on. And so you guys are so amazingly blessed to have, you know, Dennis and James putting these calls together. Just like all the leaders in Africa are so blessed to have Sachin and Sujay, you know, leading the charge there. It's inspiring to me. And, you know, what ends up happening is if you work long enough and hard enough, you end up finding other amazing leaders. And, you know, I've been doing network marketing for 22 years of my life. And, you know, if you do anything long enough, eventually you get good at it. And eventually, if you just search long and hard enough, you're going to find the leaders. And so those of you watching, you've got a Sujay, you've got a Sachin that will pop up in your group if you're willing to search enough, if you're willing to go through enough rejection, enough presentations, enough calls, enough bad meetings. I knew when I came into WorldVentures, I just needed to get through 1,000 bad meetings as fast as I possibly could, 1,000 bad calls, 1,000 bad meetings. And if you go through enough of the struggle, eventually, you know, you find the pearls, you find the leaders. And so, so exciting to see now Sujay earning $1 million a year in a country where the average income is $400 a month. It's amazingly inspiring.
All right, Matt, fantastic. So Matt, it started the whole thing, you know, the whole world's expansion. But let me bring this back to a super young rock star. I mean, he just came out guns blazing. I mean, Sujay has been in network marketing for so many years. He's the expert. Matt is, without a doubt, the expert of the expert, mentor to the experts. But Sachin, he has never done network marketing before. And he just joined at 18 years old, became IMD at 21, and now at 23, he's going to become the youngest double, maybe even triple IMD in this company, and maybe even the top income earner, I believe. So Sachin, let us fire us up, man. Let us know your story, how you did it all the way out of Africa into the world. And, you know, at this young age, it's just amazing. You know, it puts us to shame, okay? All people who are older than you, okay? More experienced than you. So let's hear it from Sachin Govender.
Yeah, Dennis, I mean, at the end of the day, I just got good at one thing. And, you know, if you ever noticed, and a lot of people who started off before me, you'd notice that I just got good at attending all these events. Like, if I found a momentum in Africa, I'd go to the one in Africa, I'd go to the one in Europe, I'd even go to the one in the United States, I'd even go to the one in Asia, because I knew at the end of the day, I just needed to attend X amount of events. I don't know how many events I needed to attend to go IMD. On my 35th event, I went IMD, my 35th event. So I just did not know how many events I need to show up at. And I just go to the View and I come back to the View in South Africa and I go back to the View in Asia. And I hung around with these type of people, everyone on this call right now, every single one of them. I just associated myself with them. I rubbed shoulders with them. I just learned from them. And I knew one thing. I was going to, in my mind, my WorldVentures journey was going to be a book. And I was just going to take chapters from each and every one of these guys. And when I take a chapter from them, I'd put it into my book. But the only difference is I'd have a world-class book because I'm associated with world-class people. I'm associated with $1 million earners, IMDs, double IMDs, triple IMDs, even quadruple IMDs. And when I'm associated with them, I'm just going to take everything that they say, and I'm not going to make the mistakes that they make. I'm literally going to do exactly what they do. And, I tell this to all my leaders. I say, find someone who has the life you want. Do exactly what they do. Say exactly what they say. You can only end up with what they've got all the time. So, I hung out with people like Matt, Jefferson, Johnny, everyone on this call right now. And I just learned from them. And, I still do it. I mean, I have a pen and a paper and I always write down notes when I come to all the events. And I'm the old fashioned guy. I got my book in front of me. I got my pen in front of me. I don't really write down notes on my phone. And when I write down these notes, the minute the event is over, the minute I listen to something that just pushes a button, I mean, I go out there and I apply it. And it's all about going to an event. Can you hear me? Yeah, cool. It's perfect. So it's all about going to an event, applying the knowledge. So absorbing it first and then applying it. And I come out of an event like all the major events. I just came out of the View and I enrolled 20 personals in less than 10 days. And I need the events. I need the events as we speak right now. I need the events. We all need the events. But, when we get started to WorldVentures, you're an independent representative. Every single day, you log into your back office in the top left-hand side, you see one name. You see one rep ID. It's yours. It's no one else's. And when you see one rep ID and you see one name, you're the only individual. You're the only individual that can control what happens in your team. Left, right, personal enrollment, cycles, whatever. And I'm just that guy who's going to work like I'm broke. I mean, I'll tell you right now what my schedule looks like. My schedule is ridiculous. I'm in back-to-back meetings because I know your team does 10% of what you do. So if I'm doing 10 meetings a day, my team is probably going to do like one. If I'm doing one meeting a day for the next 10 days, expect my team to only do one meeting. Whatever I do, my team does 10%. My biggest fear is I'm not getting enough in front of enough people fast enough. And so you're the only person that controls everything. And, a typical example, I mean, Sujay would relate to me. I mean, it is difficult building out of Africa. Don't get me wrong. If you can build out of Africa, I believe you can build out of any country around the world. There's leaders that have showed up here and tried it, and it's difficult. Don't get me wrong. But what I want you guys to understand, it's all a psychological game. It's all in the mind. And if you can master and conquer this, it's game over in every other aspect out there. I mean, we all have, passwords to these things. We all have passwords to our laptops. We all have passwords to, our phone, our Facebook account, our YouTube, Yahoo, Google accounts, our Instagram accounts. Why don't we have a password for our mindset? Because we control what comes into your mind. We control, see, the reason a password is created, it's to protect you from, the hackers, protect you from people you don't know and trust. But why do we go out there and we walk into meetings, we meet people, we don't have a password to our mind, we let unqualified people get into our mind and dictate our future? I mean, as we speak right now, there's someone on this call right now that's about to jump on this call, head off to a meeting, someone's going to get into their mind, someone is going to crack the code, the cheat code, they're going to get into your mind, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to program you. They're going to dictate where you're going. See, if I got good at one thing, the only thing I got good at is putting my head down and building. And if I say something, I'm going to do it. I'm just the guy that's going to do what I say. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go triple IMD next year in 2018. I'm telling you, I'm like 80 sales away from double IMD. I'm going to go triple IMD in 2018. And then I'm going to go 4, 5, 6 times. My goal is the next 10 years. I will build WorldVentures for the next 10 years. The minute I hit 10 years, I'm going to reset and restart for another 10 years. Why am I doing WorldVentures right now? It's very simple. It's to help enough people get freedom. And that's the only thing I don't have a schedule that tells me I got to work for 3 meetings a day. It's like when I jump on an elliptical or treadmill, I don't look at the time. I look at the calories. The goal is very simple. We need to lose that calories. The goal is very simple. The minute I'm done my 10th one-on-one for the day, I'm done for the day. I got 2 home events every night, and I got to jump on 10 to 20 testimonial calls for the day. It's all about the work ethic. The work ethic will determine what your back office looks like. It won't reflect today. It will reflect 2 months from today. So when you put in the work today, 2 months from today, expect the results to show up in your back office. That's all you need to know. See, majority of you guys want instant gratification. So when you put in the work today and you don't see the results today, you want to quit today. It's not about today. It has never been about today. And every one of us in this call, from Dennis Bay to Matt Morris to, Jefferson Santos to, all these guys, every one of them, Sujay, James Lee, every single one of us, we do the presentation in different ways. We all present differently. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. We all close differently. We all build differently. But I'll tell you what we all have in common. We all have a work ethic that you can't touch. We all have one thing in common. We got an unstoppable work ethic. That's it. We took a season. I don't believe in taking a 90-day blitz. I believe in taking a blitz from today till you get one of these things, till you get it done. And the minute you get it done, the minute you got 3,000 in your back office and you clock that game, you have 2 choices. You go and help enough people do the same thing, you retire. One of the two. That's one of the two. Triple, quadruple and stuff, I don't really care about that. That will come in due time. What I care about is how many people can I get up on the way to IMD, on the way to double IMD, triple IMD, quadruple IMD. And it's all about working, like you're broke. On a Saturday and Sunday, I got 10 home events, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's on Saturday. Sunday is like 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 8 travel parties on a Saturday and Sunday, what most people do in 8 days. I just did in 2 days. That's the reason why the back office doesn't lie. So I want you to do one thing. If anything out of this whole call, go work like you're broke. Go work, go put in the work. That's all. I don't care about the company doing $900 million last year. I don't care about anything else. This company is getting too easy for us to promote. That's the reason why you're slowing down. Don't slow down. Don't look left. Don't look right. I show people the presentation until my battery dies on my laptop. Then I charge it again and I show people again. And now I'm driving off right now to show more people. Get off this call the minute the last person speaks and go outwork every one of us in this room, in this call. Don't let us outwork you. That doesn't make sense. You should be working harder than us. Yes, we all want to work smart, but you can only work smart when you're in IMD because you have a lot of people to work with. Now it's all about working hard till you get there. Dennis, I hope that answers, question, brother. And thank you guys for everything. I look forward to seeing you guys at the next big event. And do me one favor, learn everything from these guys. Go study YouTube, go study all these guys and just get a good something. I mean, tomorrow we're going to bump into each other at a mall. We're all going to be IMDs. Every one of us is going to be IMDs. The only difference is when you got to IMDs, how many senior directors, marketing directors, RMDs, NMDs, and IMDs did you create? That's it. God bless, guys. Thank you.
God bless you, Sachin. I mean, we are fired up, guys. That's the most powerful 5-minute speech I've heard in a long time, okay? From a 23-year-old young man, imagine what he's going to be when he hits 32 years old, okay? He's going to be a global billionaire trainer, motivating and helping people, millions of people, changing millions of lives around the world. Thank you so much, Sachin. We are so fired up. I think we can end this call right now, and then everybody can just go out there and do a presentation right now, okay? But we still have to carry on. We still have one small little thing that we need to talk about, and I want to, you guys, speakers, please hang around, okay? We just came out of one of the biggest events in America for WorldVentures, the View at Las Vegas, okay? So I want to invite Sujay, and then followed by Matt, and then Sachin to close off, on the announcements and the, the promotions. And where do you think this company is going to take us in the near future? And why are we still sticking to the company and, pressing the gas on the pedal and going 200% right now in this business? Okay, so can I hand over to Sujay? Sujay, are you there?
If you know how to unmute, you can be $1 million ring earner too. Guys, really excited about the announcements at the Las Vegas. The company brings out promotions, and we must be so grateful for this. Just imagine you doing WorldVentures with just a compensation plan only. how much more harder would that be? I mean, look at the promotions, like for example, the Rewards Rush promotion, which we are really massively, aggressively focusing on right now here in Africa. Just sign up one person, and the amount of value you get from that one sign up is incredible. I mean, you're getting about $200 back in value, even though the person only paid $260 to join. It's crazy. You get $100 in Dream Trip points and $100 in rewards credit. That's a no-brainer decision right there and then. So if you're gonna focus on one thing, get your entire team. Imagine if you had an army of people all signing up just one person only in the month of November. What will that do for your entire business? Something that Sachin mentioned earlier, that's how you create senior reps, directors, and leaders and above by everyone doing little bit. It's not a lot of people doing a lot of people doing a lot. It's just a lot of people doing a little. If you do just one sign up, get that in your entire team, that's going to massively change the way you cycle. Weekly cycles will go up. You'll start ranking as well. So I'm very excited about that. Where I see WorldVentures going in the future, this is a company of the future. It's a technological company. And what the company is bringing out with the Dream Trips rewards program and giving us extra points for new members. I mean, that itself, the new members getting extra points to go to Dream Trip is absolutely crazy. I mean, it's a no-brainer decision for people to go on holidays now. They can make it so much more affordable. And remember, this is the reason why WorldVentures is so attractive in the first place. Remember, it's about bringing families and communities and friends together that they would not have thought of doing it by themselves. Because everyone wants to have fun. Everyone wants to connect, but nobody knows how to do it. And here's a platform that we can become global friends. Look at how many people are on this call. And this recorded call will go to even more people. And we're going to get to know about each other, get to learn about each other. It's about sharing cultures, getting to know each other. I mean, I was in Singapore a couple of months ago training as a digital trader. It was my best holiday experience ever. And you think I would have appreciated Monaco, the billionaires playground better, or somewhere like New York. But no, I love the Singapore people. They were so friendly. I would never have gone to Singapore had it not been for WorldVentures. So WorldVentures will take you places that you would never have thought of going. So my advice to everyone, grab the bulls by the horns. And this is the reason why I worked so hard in the beginning. I worked like crazy. It's now that I'm starting to tap off to balance my life, having some fun. In the beginning, it was 24/7, 7 days a week, just like Sasha, what Sasha's doing. I did that in the beginning. I never saw my family, I never saw my friends, and that's the reason why I rocketed to the top so fast in WorldVentures. And that's the reason why I'm now a double IMD. Why I was a double IMD 3 months ago, and 3 months later, I'm now $1 million ring earner. So I'm just letting you know I'm breaking records because I'm putting in the effort. You need to do the exposures. Just understand, you cannot succeed in this business just doing one presentation a day. If you're going to do that, that's really slow, and slow sucks. Fast is fun, but fast also makes money faster. And that's what I love, making money quick. And if you guys do your presentations consistently, and that's the key to this business, do 2 to 5 presentations every single day. Do a figure that you can commit to doing. And if you do that figure over and over and apply the law of sowing and reaping, because just understand, if you're doing 3 presentations every single day for 90 days, it's impossible for someone not to sign up. Physically impossible. So you will always get signed up as long as you do the presentations consistently. And exactly what Sachin mentioned earlier, we all do this business differently. Every single one of us presents differently, probably use different slides, but the one thing we all do is we all present. That's the bottom line. Nobody signs up without a presentation. So if you want people to sign up, start presenting. It's a no-brainer decision. And does it matter how you present? No, it doesn't. Does it matter when you present? No, it doesn't. Does it matter who you present? No, it doesn't. Just present. Very simple concept. And that's all you have to do. And you know, one of the things when I joined WorldVentures, I was 20 years in business, in academics, career. And after 20 years, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was just broke. I said, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of doing a whole lot of business schemes. I'm broke and I'm sick and tired of it. I need something. I prayed to God. I said, God, please show me something that actually works and is sustainable, that lasts long. Because I'm sick and tired of companies coming and going and closing down and starting from scratch again. I was looking for something that was long lasting and that I could build a solid future for myself and for my family and my children. And I made a decision, and my decision when I joined WorldVentures, because I realized that WorldVentures was $1 million opportunity, and I always treated it like $1 million opportunity. And that's the reason why I just earned $1 million ring. A lot of people in WorldVentures treat this business casually, and that's the reason why they end up as casualties. So if you treat this business like $1 million business, it'll pay you like $1 million. And I'm living proof to that. I'm testimony to that you can earn that money. And my advice is, and this is what the decision I took, I said, you know what? I'm going to make a commitment to attend every single training event that this company has on my continent. And when I can afford it, out of my continent, do what the people who have the lifestyle and the money that I want do, and I'll have what they have. And that's exactly what I did. If any one of you listeners on the call want to be super successful like us, when I was down and out and broke, I said the only way you can succeed in this life is by association. And there's no other way of succeeding. There's only one guarantee of success, and by associating with successful people. And that's why I hung out with people like Matt Morris. Ever since Matt Morris came into my life, I always call that the honeymoon period of my life. And what I mean honeymoon period is that's the time I made the most money. And because hanging on with Matt Morris, he was a double IMD $1 million ring earner. Johnny Wimbery, my upline, double IMD $1 million ring earner. I was just a marketing director. But I stuck around with these guys, did what they do, saw what they did, and take a guess. Today, I'm a double IMD and $1 million ring earner. And you can be as well if you do exactly what I did. Over to you, Dennis.
All right, thank you very much, Sujay. Matt, I want to hand over to you. Can you be more specific and just let us know in Vegas, they announced the new rewards, Dream Trips Rewards program, where we get to use the points on virtually everything. Now, did that really get the crowd excited? Did it get you excited? And what does it mean for us in the near future? Matt?
Yeah, it definitely got me excited. And I got to tell you, if you were in the room, I know most of you were not, but we've had a lot of announcements. I've been in this company for 9 years now. And in 9 years, it was the most excitement I think I've ever heard. We rolled out our lifestyle bonus, our BMW bonus, years and years ago, and this was equal to or maybe just the same as that. Literally in 9 years, when the crowd just erupted. They got it, you know, when Eddie had delivered the message. And I really don't think, as excited as everyone was, I don't think they even understood the power of what we're doing. And so I'm going to share a little bit with you guys. So obviously, if you know what's happening, now, whatever dollars we pay for our membership, whatever reward points we've earned, historically, we can only use those points towards a dream trip, right? So that's great. It's awesome. We can go to restaurants that are, you know, part of the merchants through the app. And we can eat our way onto a holiday now. We can eat our way onto a dream trip. And that's proven to obviously be successful. I mean, we've grown like crazy. We've been the single fastest growing. Out of every network marketing company in the world, over the last 7 years, we've been #1, over 900% growth. The #2 company is less than 300% growth. So 3 times faster growing over the last 7 years than any other network marketing company in the world. Obviously, what we've been doing has been working in a really, really big way. But I'm telling you, it's a drop in the ocean compared to where we're headed, because now, whenever you go to a restaurant, you go to any of our merchants and you dine, you earn points. Whenever you refer someone, whatever dollar you pay for your membership, not only can you use those towards a dream trip, here over the next several weeks, we're going to be able to use those towards booking a hotel. Now, this is going to roll out in the US and Puerto Rico, and it's going to roll out in Australia and Europe and Africa and Asia. So it's going to be a staged process. But what happens is you can use your reward points on booking a hotel, on buying down a hotel. So if a hotel is $150, whatever price that we see, that's going to be the lowest price online. Whether you're looking at Expedia or hotels.com, whoever it is, lowest price online. And then we'll be able to buy it down even more, maybe another $50, $60, $70. So you're going to be able to use these dollars, and you're not going to have to wait until the end of the year like we've had to wait. You're going to be able to use these right away. And not only are you going to be able to use them on hotels and resorts, it's over 10,000 hotels and resorts around the world. It is also over 10,000 retail goods, merchandise. So if you want to buy an Apple TV, you can buy one. If you want to buy an Apple computer, an iPad, if you want to buy a flat screen TV, if you want to buy furniture, if you want to buy clothing, if you want to buy Beats headsets, whatever it may be, all the stuff that you're buying anyway, heck, a vacuum cleaner, wine, you know, we've got like all kinds of different vineyards where you can buy wine, all of this stuff that you can use your points to buy down the stuff. And these are products that are the lowest price online. And so you think about what happens now. How much more motivated is everyone going to be to go out and refer other members? How much more motivated are people going to be to go eat at the restaurants that are part of our dining and entertainment program? Everyone's going to be more motivated to produce. Everyone's going to be more motivated to go out and earn the points because we can use them essentially as cash because it's dollar for point towards any of these things. And so I'm super excited about that. And here's the bigger play. That is big. You could build, listen to me, you could build a whole network marketing company off of that alone. Just that, just this rewards program we have. You could build a whole network marketing company and it would be one of the best network marketing companies in the world if that's all we had. But we have so much more. We have everything we've always had with the Dream Trips membership and the concierge service and all that, okay? But here's where it gets better. If you understand the business world today, the landscape of business, it's all about a platform economy. And so, and if you're like me, you don't really know what a platform economy is. You know, Wayne kept talking about platform. So I went out and I read this book called Modern Monopolies. And it really explained what a platform business is. And a platform business is basically if you're linking up producers and consumers, meaning we're consumers, right? And we want to link up providers or producers. And so that may be the hotels, that may be the restaurants, it may be the entertainment venues, it may be the spas, right? So we're linking up consumers with the providers, with the people who are selling products, the establishments, right? So linking those up together. So that's what Amazon, we all know what Amazon did. So Amazon is the #1 retail company in the world today. They have, they came into the market unknown. You have companies like Walmart, who are, one of the biggest companies in the world, period. At one time, they were the biggest company in the world. Obviously, they created an online presence. So Walmart has their products that they then sell. Well, Amazon decided we're going to link up all kinds of others. So if you want to buy toothpaste, you can buy toothpaste that Amazon has in their warehouse, or you can buy toothpaste from anyone else who puts their toothpaste on in the platform. So you get it, that's the platform, is that Amazon platform. And so they are the #1 online retailer in the world. I mean, they've lapped up, they've passed everyone. And so 11, I'm just, reading in here, 11 of the top 20 most valuable brands in the world are platform companies. And this platform business is new. It's kind of a new phenomenon over the last, number of years. Here's where it applies to us. There's no other platform company in network marketing. Every other network marketing company, they have a product and they sell the product, have a product, sell the product. It's not dynamic like what we have. So mark my words, what we're doing to the network marketing industry is what Amazon did to the retail industry. We are going to lap every other network marketing company out there. So if you look at what we've done over the last 7 years, 900% growth, passing up all these companies. Companies have been around for 20, 30, 40 years. We're passing them up, but we haven't even gotten started yet. Here's the reality. There's not another network marketing company in the world that even has a hope or a prayer of competing with us, because we're doing something in the biggest industry in the world, which is travel. We're adding just the restaurant industry alone, forget dining and entertainment and all the other businesses now that we're, bringing into our platform. Travel alone is the biggest, most exciting, fun, sexy industry in the world. The restaurant industry is an $800 billion a year industry we're putting on top of that. Okay, no other company can compete. So if you look at what Avon is doing, what Amway is doing, those companies cannot compete with what we're doing. We're doing to network marketing what Amazon has done to the retail market. you're going to see us grow to billions and billions and billions of dollars a year. I mean, I showed on the stage, if we just took the travel industry and we just captured 0.13%, 0.13% of the travel industry, which I know we're going to do way more than that. But if we only do 0.13%, we are by far the biggest network marketing company in the world. That's why I say, and I know in my heart, no other company can compete with us. So what do you need to do? Because we're going to do I believe tens of billions of dollars. We're going to be paying out in commissions more money than any other network marketing company is generating in total revenue. So if you want your piece of the share, what do you have to do? Do what Sujay did, do what Sachin did. Go out and do presentation after presentation after presentation. It's impossible for you to fail if you're willing to go out and just do the numbers. And I don't care how bad you are today. You may be the worst distributor, the worst representative in WorldVentures. You may be the very worst. But if you're willing to go do 3 to 5 presentations a day or more, you're going to get good. You can't not get good. It's physically impossible for you not to get good. It's like if you played the piano every day for an hour or 2 hours a day, every single day, over the course of a month, you're going to get way better. In 2 months, you're going to get way better. In 3 months, way better. After several months, you're going to be able to play a song or two. After a year, you're going to be amazing. You'll be able to play a bunch of different songs. And it's the same thing with us. We were all bad before we were good. I sucked at this business really bad. I was terrible. But I had a dream in my mind that I wasn't going to let go. I wasn't going to let anyone else steal my dream. So when my family and friends who laughed at me and said, hey, making your millions yet? How's your pyramid deal going? It didn't matter to me. I shut those voices off and I kept my eyes focused on becoming a millionaire because I knew they weren't going to go do it. They were going to go fight the rat race. They were going to be like a lemming. The lemmings are this little animal that they just follow others, and they'll follow others to the point where you could jump off a cliff. And the lemming is so stupid, it'll jump off the cliff and die with the person they're following. And that's what most people do in this world. They financially and emotionally, they die. See, the average person dies about age 30. They're just not buried until about age 80. So you got to decide that you're not going to blindly follow the masses of the world. You're going to follow the people who have what you want. And the people who have what you want are Sachin and Sujay and James Lee and Jefferson Santos and Dennis Bay, the people who got that $1 million ring, who are traveling around the world. They have financial freedom. If you're willing to not give up on your dreams and just do presentation after presentation after presentation, we're going to go make history together. This is the biggest thing that the network marketing industry has ever seen. And I, for one, am just amazingly, amazingly grateful to be part of this company right now, and especially to be partnered up with so many amazing leaders. So Dennis, thanks for letting me share.
Wow, Matt, I've never seen you so excited before. So you are really fired up, man. So what Matt talked about is super exciting, guys, but let's cue to a short video, 1-minute video about the new Dreamstream Rewards program. I'm sure it will fire you up even more. And then I'm going to play a special dedicated video from Josh Payne, our CEO of WorldVentures. And he has a message to share with all of you before I call on all the speakers, Sachin, Sujay, and Matt, to do a closing to this call, a call to action for our upcoming event in Momentum in 2018. All right, guys, so let's cue to the video. Enjoy. All right. Whoa, wasn't that an awesome video, guys? Okay, So that's a new Dream Trips Rewards program. And now I have a special message from Josh Payne, the CEO.
Hey leaders, Josh Payne here, CEO of WorldVentures Holdings. I'm so happy to be talking to you guys today. And I'm glad we're talking about Africa. It's a perfect example of what's possible versus what's probable for our company. What is probable for Africa is that, they should not be performing that well. Their economy suppressed. I mean, just to give you an idea, the GDP for all of Africa is 1.5 trillion. For the United States, it's 18 trillion. And as a result, their salaries are much lower and the product, well, it's more expensive. In some areas of Africa, our membership is 2 times their monthly salary. But does that slow them down? Does that crush the African spirit? No. Our brothers and sisters in Africa are hungry for opportunity and they're not afraid to work. And this work ethic has caused them to perform disproportionately better than the rest of the world. In the last 14 months, Africa has gone from 7,500 reps to over 20,000. The youngest IMD in the entire world is Sachin. Sachin has found out how to tap into the fastest growing demographic in our company, millennials. Africa also has a disproportionately lower level of dream trips available and has succeeded in spite of it. That said, we have 78 dream trips in Q1 being worked on and 23 set to come live in the next few weeks. So if you're from Africa, hang on, they're coming soon. One thing that Africa does exceptionally well is retention. They don't just quit, and they don't quit on their team. They're all about team. So as you know, Asia leads the world in recruiting, but if you can learn anything from your brothers and sisters in Africa, learn the importance of retention. Spend time with your teams. Help your people enroll the first 3 or 4 members. This will build their confidence, help them to sell faster, and increase your retention. And that increases your check. Now, since I have you, I don't want to miss the opportunity to give you a general update on the company. We had a phenomenal view in Vegas where we launched a ton of promotions. So let me give you just a few highlights. The first, 2020 promotion. That's where the top 20 reps with the highest amount of personal sales through November 17th get a free trip. That's pretty awesome, right? So get out there and sell. FastPass 150. That was extended through January 26th. The Fly First Global promotion was also extended through January 26th. The NMD Dream Car bonus was extended through January 26th and, most importantly, has gone from 1,000 to 1,500. So get out there and get that Dream Car bonus. We reduced the customer and volume requirements to achieve rank for NMD and above by 25% through January 26th. So go get rank. We also launched the Level Up promotion, which is going great in Asia already, and we've extended it through January the 5th. So just a reminder, that's a $10,000 bonus. So focus on that one. We also officially launched the ecosystem that we talked about for so long, and that's done with 2 key products. Number 1, the DTL Comp Plan, where you can begin to make money when you and others spend time dining and entertainment. And this comp plan is an addition to your existing comp plan. So the sky's the limit, guys. We also launched the new Dream Trips Rewards platform that's specifically designed to allow you to burn points on everyday purchases from hotel rooms and cruises to luggage and iPads. This new platform is unbelievably powerful and will be rolled out in North America later this year and throughout the rest of the world in 2018. So get ready for a strong rest of 2017 and a phenomenal 18. With all the changes that have been working on at the corporate office, plus the new ecosystem that we're launching, get ready to have the most explosive growth we've had in company history in 2018. Now, I want you to also remember that I'm always committed to investing in the foundations of this company. So you will have a dramatically improved back office system that lets you run your business. You will have a first-class training platform. You will have a significantly enhanced payment platform with fraud tools that allows us to successfully accept multiple forms of payment. And it allows us to turn back on low-cost carriers, which I know is a big deal. You will have a solid leadership that lives out our values and follows through on its commitments. You will have a company that listens and responds to you so you can successfully run your business. I know there's a lot of challenges that we're going through right now, and there's growing pains, and those aren't always fun. But we're on the leading edge of a breakthrough. The first 12 years have been great, but the next 12 years are going to be even better, and that's a promise. Thank you for your continued commitment to this remarkable company. Blessings to you and your families.
All right. Thank you, Josh, for that amazing message. So let me pass the mic back to you guys. Sujay, let's start with Sachin first, right? Then Sujay and then Matt close out. Let's do a call to action for everyone. What's next? What's our next step? Sachin, you're first up.
Okay, cool. We're back. So real quickly, I mean, what's next is very simple. Be a visionary, be a pioneer. Most important, when I first joined WorldVentures, so I don't know like what happened when Jefferson joined, when Johnny, Matt, and you guys joined. I just joined 6 years ago. So When I joined WorldVentures 6 years ago in South Africa, there was a very limited amount of dream trips. In fact, in Africa alone, there was about plus minus, I would say, 250 dream trips worldwide. Small percentage in South Africa, but once again, everyone I showed WorldVentures to, they looked at it, they loved it, they joined, they went on to the back office that same night. They looked at the amount of dream trips, and guess what they did? They said, I want to quit. They weren't an early adapter. They didn't adapt as fast enough to what was going to come. Then they rolled out Rovia about a year after I joined. And what happened was, at least 10 out of 10 times when you jumped on the Rovia search engine, we did not have the local airlines in South Africa. And most importantly, the prices were ridiculously more expensive than most search engines out there. Guess what my friends did? They joined, they went onto the app, or they went onto the website, they logged in, they searched. They didn't find the price they were looking for, so guess what they did? They quit. And they weren't an early adapter. And eventually, dream trips got so better that we have 22,000 this year. Here's the key factor. Rovia has gotten so much better. We've got all the local airlines, and most importantly, at least 7 times out of the 10 times, we give you a better rate than most search engines out there. And then eventually we started rolling out Dream Trips local. Sorry about that. So eventually we rolled out Dream Trips local. And as we rolled out Dream Trips local, I know what majority of you guys did. You said there's not enough restaurants. There's not enough nice restaurants. And even if now that we rolled out more restaurants, but back then, some of you guys showed up to the restaurants and you try to scan your barcode and it worked, but then the QR code didn't show up because the owner of the restaurant didn't print it out fast enough. So guess what you did? You didn't earn the points, so you wanted to quit. Once again, the restaurants got better. We were in trial and error phase. We were in WorldVentures 1.0. And now it's so much better. And now we're in 2.0. And the restaurants are rolling out. We're getting bigger, better, faster. We have over 5,000 merchants. Wayne's vision is over 15,000 in due time. And then once upon a time, we rolled out this technology, the fly card. And 99% of the places you go to right now, it will probably not work because we're in the beta testing phase, okay? And a lot of you guys will sign up people and they'll qualify for the card, they'll get the card. And everywhere you go, 99% of the time, this card probably won't work because we're in the beta testing phase. You should understand this card is like 10 years ahead of the norm, the average person out there. So you try the card, it's got a little green blinking light on it. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? It doesn't work. So guess what? You're not an early adapter. You want to quit and join the rest of the people and live a life full of mediocrity. And then eventually the whole world gets the card a few years from today. And eventually what starts to happen is, now the early adapters cashed it in a very big way. And the guys who weren't early adapters, they want to go re-sign up. And this is where if you're listening on this call right now, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared as your uplines, downline. You need to be prepared to flip the page around. Eventually, when your upline quits, he will be your newest downline. And I'm only looking for the early adapters. That's it. No one else. I know when the fly card, when DTL, when the comp plan, when you shopping out, when the dream trips becomes, because WorldVentures 1.0 is just about finding our feet, trial and error. WorldVentures 2.0, we're maximizing what we currently have. We're milking that cow. WorldVentures 3.0, we become a household name like all these great companies. Wayne's vision was very simple in 2018. He wants to be one of the top 5 network marketing companies in the world. Let's just say we're number 5 at $2.2 billion. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of them are between 40 to 100 years old. We will be about 13 years old next year. We haven't scratched the surface, but I'm the early adapter. I'm the guy who attracts the early adapters. And all these guys in the call right now, the harder you work, the more exposures you do, the more people you show, you start to attract the early adapters. I know what you're thinking, man. I want to complain that it doesn't work as fast as I thought it would. Complain that we had more restaurants. Complain that, why is the event in the United States sold out at over 12,000 people in literally 7 to 10 days? Why? Why couldn't we get a stadium? Why? Because you're an early adapter. This is 20 years ago when Apple was founded in the formulation phase. You need to be an early adapter, and 10 years from today, trust me when I say this, you will be one of the top producers and top earners in our entire company. Now you can be two people. You can be the early adapter that promotes the fly card. You can be the early adapter that promotes DTL. You can be the early adapter, or you can do yourself a favor. Delete the fly card slide from your presentation. Be old school. Don't be an early adapter. Don't be a visionary. Don't be a pioneer. And about 2 to 3 years from today, when the card is out, everyone who did not promote this, who did not promote the DTL, you'll be still building. My goal is to have 100,000 people before this card gets launched out. And I'm willing to spread the WorldVentures gospel. So thank you guys. Oh, by the way, I'll see you guys in Malaysia. I'm super excited. I'm very excited about that. And yeah, Dennis, I'm looking forward to you guys. And, you know, as much as I learned a lot from you guys when I used to come out there for a lot of, you know, the events, and I'm looking forward to share everything that you guys taught me. And, you know, literally all the leaders in this entire company, it costs you like $199. Trust me, we will sell this event out, and mark my words, people from United States will come to that event and come to the Momentum in Africa and come to the Momentum in Europe, because their event is sold out. It's time you get on right now and you start booking tickets, not just book tickets, go out there and buy enough tickets, because you're about to sign people up from now till March. And if the event's sold out, guess what? They won't have a ticket. Go make it happen, guys. You're either an early adapter, a pioneer, and a visionary, or you're going to work for someone who is. God bless.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sachin. I know you need to drive off in your Aston Martin right now to the next travel party and presentation. So everybody, please, in the chat group, say thank you so much, Sachin. God bless him. And hope he gets his double and triple IMD by next week. Okay, guys? So let's move it to Sujay. Sujay, let's fire it up and close off tonight's call.
Great, thanks, Dennis. Guys, just got 3 tips for everyone on this call. If you got a pen and paper, you can write this down. If you get to the top, tip number 1, and this is $1 million tip. You need to have a very strong why. Why are you doing this business? And you understand, if your why doesn't make you cry, you got the wrong why. Look deep down. What do you want so badly that you can't sleep at night? And take that picture of that why and stick it up on your bedroom wall, in your car, so you're constantly reminded every single day of your why, because your why will keep you focused and staying the course when trials and tribulations will come to you. Trust me when I say that. It's not if it'll come to you, it's when it comes to you, because challenges is part of the course. You cannot succeed in this business without experiencing adversity, because the universe will test your resolve to see how strong you are and do you truly deserve success. And I must say, my why was my 2 kids, and I stuck a picture on my steering wheel the days when I didn't feel like I was going because people were not joining. I was presenting all the time and nobody was signing up. And I kept on wanting to quit, but I kept looking at my kids and saying, you know, this is the reason why I'm doing this business. They didn't ask to become into this world and put under adversity. So I need to take responsibility to do whatever I have to do to make this work. So make sure you have a very strong why. Your why must make you cry. And you put a picture of your why in your wallpaper on your cell phone or on your laptop screen, so you're constantly reminded why you are doing this business. Number 2, you need to make a commitment and a decision. How many appointments a day are you prepared to do to work your WorldVenture business? You need to make a decision. Matt Morris mentioned 3 to 5. I say from 2 to 5. Just choose a figure that you can do. Don't say 5 and then next day you only do 1. Do a figure that you can do consistently every single day. Whether it's 2 every day, 3, 4, 5, just choose a figure as long as you can do it every single day. And I must tell you, the most important one is number 3. Number 3 is faith in God. Because my family, my friends, I'm going to tell you this over and over again. When you do this business and you're on the path of success, the universe tests you. It'll put some kind of distraction in your way, a debt, divorce, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend problems, a car breaking down. All of a sudden adversity strikes and you wonder what's going on. It's just a test to see whether you will fall for the distraction. So it's only God that can help clear the path for you. So pray every single day to God to help clear the path for you so you do not get distraction. The only thing that will stop you from achieving success in WorldVentures is distractions, nothing else. What do I mean by distractions? Is if you made a commitment to do 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments every single day, there will be something that will come up that will distract you from taking off on that path of doing that number of appointments to doing something else. And this is what I call NEPA activities. NEPA standing for non-income producing activities. Anything that takes your time, that doesn't produce money, which is attending funerals, weddings, ceremonies, parties, going to the movies. If you do anything for an hour and you look at your bank account and your bank account hasn't gone up, it means you are losing money and you are losing time. And for me, time is the most precious commodity because I can always make money, but I can never make time. So be aware, stay away from NEPA activities, stay focused on EPA activities, EPA standing for income producing activities. Income producing activities are the one-on-ones, two-on-ones, travel parties, attending the live presentation, going to training events, going to dream trips. Those are the activities that make you money. I'm not saying don't have fun, but let me tell you one thing. Most people have fun and they retire broke and they are poor. What's the point? You'd rather make a sacrifice to it's short-term pain for long-term gain. Work hard in the beginning, sacrifice everything completely, work solidly for 4 years and take the next 40 years off. That's a smarter way of doing it. So those are the 3 steps. Step 1, establish a strong why. Step 2, make a commitment to how many presentations a day you're going to be doing. That's your commitment. And step 3, faith in God that to clear your path and ask and I shall receive. It's your faith in God that's going to take you to the top, nothing else. And the lastly is, you know, it's like I mentioned earlier, you can only succeed in life if you're associating around successful people. Nobody is born brilliant and nobody's born rich unless, of course, you have a rich father. The vast majority of us in Africa have all poor fathers. In fact, let me tell you a story about the African story. Poverty is a generational curse. It's passed on to generation. And you have a decision. I asked my father when I was 18, hey, Dad, how come we are not rich? He said, because his father's not rich. I said, what about his father? He said, well, his father's not rich. And I'm sitting and wondering, hey, you know what, if everyone's father's not rich and my father's not rich either, what am I going to be telling my kids one day? So I said, you know what, I'm going to be the one to break this generational curse. I'm going to cut off this poverty generational curse. And from me onwards, everybody's going to be rich. It was a decision I made. And that's what IMDs do. And that's what IMD stands for. I make decisions. You make a decision how many presentations a day you're going to do and stick to it like glue. And when you come to the events, the next event is going to be Momentum in 2018, in a couple of months' time. And you could be the new senior rep. If you're not a rank qualified person, aim to become a senior rep from now to then so that you can attend the senior rep leadership training that's taking place in Momentum. And that's a special leadership training where the real nuggets get told to the leaders because they are at a higher level, they have a much higher understanding. And if you are one of those individuals who's aiming to a higher rank, maybe you're going to get to a director, MD, RMD and above, you can do it if you get your team focused around all the fantastic promotions that have been launched at the View and the Rewards Rush promotions, the DTL compensation plan. Get your team locked in. If everyone just does just a little bit, just one sign up, every single person, help them to qualify to be personal sales bonus qualifiers. It's the small numbers that make the difference. It's not the big numbers, because a lot of people try to do big numbers, but most people cannot sustain big numbers for a long time. And that's where they fall off the boat. It's a difference between the race between the rabbit and the tortoise. Who wins the race? Yes, you can go off like a bolt of lightning, like a rabbit, but you have no staying power if you cannot do it consistently enough. So choose a figure that you can do consistently and take a ton of people, and this is what I've done. All the people on this call, all the $1 million earners, you know what makes them so special? Is because they have the most number of people at the events. That's the bottom line. If you have the most number of people at the event, you're just going to get rich. So stay focused on those 3 points I gave you, and I look forward to seeing you all in 2018.
All right, thank you very much, Sujay. You really delivered much more than what time we have, but I guess you guys really benefited from all this golden nuggets from all of these speakers. So Matt, let's summarize the whole call tonight, and let's fire up everyone to go to Momentum USA or Malaysia, Penang, Africa, wherever in the world. Matt, over to you to conclude the call.
All right. Well, hey, listen, guys, I don't think anything else you need to hear. So I'm going to be very short. I'm going to just tell you this. There becomes a moment in all of our lives where we just have to decide who we're going to be. Years ago, I I grew up very average. In every area of my life, I was average. I was an average student. I was an average athlete. I had an average number of friends. Everything was average. And I finally, I don't know about you, but nothing inspires me about being average. And I had to make a decision of who I am. Am I going to continue to be average, or am I going to become extraordinary? And I believe there's two types of people in this world. There's lions and there's sheep. See, I had been living as a sheep. My whole life, I had been living as a sheep. And when I finally decided I would no longer live as a sheep, guess what? I started creating results. And there was a quote that I used to read almost every day. I printed this out, and it was one of the things that drove me to succeed. And I'll just read it to you now. And it's, I will persist until I succeed. I was not delivered into this world into defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to talk, walk, and to sleep with the sheep. I will persist until I succeed. So that's the decision you got to make coming out of this call. Sujay said IMD is I made a decision. You got to make the decision. You will no longer be a sheep. You're going to be a lion. And what that means, if you're making the decision today to become that lion, it means you got to Goya, G-O-Y-A. Maybe you want to write this on your bathroom mirror, G-O-Y-A. That stands for get off your ass. You got to get off your ass, and you got to be willing to go to work. If you want to be a sheep, you go to work. You put the kind of numbers in that Sachin has done, that Sujay has done, that James Lee has done, that Jefferson Santos has done, that Dennis Bay has done, and every other IMD in WorldVentures. The only difference between the IMDs and the people who never have success is we were willing to go out and do the numbers. Why? Because we decided at some point we were no longer going to be a sheep in the game of life. We were going to be a lion, and we were going to go out and roar. So guys, now is your time to roar. Get off this call and get into action now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Get into action now.
Roar. All right, Matt. Goya. That's something really powerful that Matt shared with us tonight. And guys, this is by far the most powerful Zoom call that we have ever had before globally to everyone out there. So treasure this call. Send this recording out on Facebook, on all your social media. As soon as I get the recording video out, I'll send it out on social media. So guys, 2 minutes, watch this video, Momentum USA 2018. If you did not manage to get tickets to Momentum USA, get your tickets for Momentum Asia in Penang, Malaysia in March 2018. Or go to Africa or go to Europe and take a dream trip at the same time, okay? So 2 minutes video, and I will unmute everyone so that you can shout out your thank yous to Matt, Sachin, to Sujay, and to everyone who is on this call.
Hi, I'm Mark Assetti, your Director of Training, and pardon the pun, but WorldVentures is ready to fly into 2018. We'll be bringing our momentum training all around the world with one thing in mind: to create momentum in the beginning of the year for you and your teams. This January, we'll be headed south for the winter and invading Orlando, Florida for our 2018 Momentum. The trainers at that event will be Double International Marketing Director Carrie Schneider, International Marketing Director Scott Ross, International Marketing Director Michael Jex, International Marketing Director Jefferson Santos, Double International Marketing Director Matt Morris, and Quadruple International Marketing Director Troy Brown. We love doing a sports-themed event for this because there's so much we can learn, so many analogies and metaphors that we learn from sports, and it's really simple. We have to play together as a team. We're one big team, but we must also learn how to shine as individuals within a team concept, and we need to win. We got rid of this, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. That's not true. Momentum, we're gonna show you how to win the game. You're gonna win with class, dignity, poise, all those things. We're gonna show you and your teams how to win in WorldVentures. 2018 is gonna be a record year for us. Let's make 2018 a record year for you.
right. So we want to see all of you guys in momentum in USA, in Asia, and all over the world, Europe and Africa, guys. So thank you everyone for being on the call. I'm unmuting everyone. So say thank you to all our speakers. Shout out, thank you everyone. And we'll see you on the next big event and the next Zoom call. Thank you and good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world.